Good evening, baseball fans. You are tuning in to Houston Astros Network, and we are here at Commercia Park for Game 1 of the 2015 AL Division Series between our Houston Astros, and they are in Detroit to take on the Detroit Tigers. There you see Bo Porter, the skipper of the Houston Astros ball club. Let's take a look at his lineup for today's lineup. Leading things off in center field is Rafael Ortega. Batting second, playing second is Jose Altuve. Batting third, playing first is Kendrys Morales, and cleaning things up will be the DH in the big guy, Chris Carter. On the mound today for the Tigers will be the Cy Young winner, Justin Verlander, 20-7 on the season with a 3.18 ERA and 222 strikeouts. He had an insanely good season, and that is why he is the AL Cy Young winner. Making his way to the plate now for the Astros is the center fielder, Rafael Ortega, who had a very solid season, and he's had a very solid postseason so far, batting .400 in that one wild card game against the Athletics in order to get to this one. Here's the kick and the pitch from Verlander, and Rafael Ortega is going to foul this one into the right field seats, and the count runs to 1-2. Here's the kick and the pitch from Verlander, and he swings through that one. It gets away from Wilson Ramos, and he fires the first, but Rafael Ortega is able to beat it out. And the Astros have got themselves a leadoff base runner, as that will be scored as a strikeout and a wild pitch. Altuve at the plate now, and Rafael Ortega is taken off for second. He slides in safely. Rafael Ortega does what he does best as he swipes second base, taking advantage of the weak arm of the catcher behind the plate, Wilson Ramos. 1-1 count now on Kendrys Morales, the first baseman. Here's the kick and the pitch from Verlander. That's going to be grounded to the shortstop, Jose Iglesias. He fires over to first, and Ortega is going to move up and just barely get under the tag at third as he moves up to third base. Now we've got a runner on third and 2 outs. And that brings up the DH, Chris Carter. Verlander getting set. Looks down Ortega, the kick, and the pitch. That's going to be ripped into center field. That's a high fly ball, and that's going to be caught by Austin Jackson, and that's going to be the end of the top of the first inning. We will be right back here on Houston Astros Network. Welcome back to Houston Astros Network. There you see Brad Ausmus, the manager of the Detroit Tigers. And his lineup for today's matchup is in center field, leading things off, Austin Jackson. Batting second, playing short, Jose Iglesias. In the 3-hole, the first baseman, Miguel Cabrera. And the cleanup hitter will be Curtis, the Grandy Man Granderson. On the mound today for the Astros will be the ace, Julio Teheran. 13-8 in the regular season with a 3.98 ERA and 197 strikeouts, leading the team in that category. He's coming off a win in the wild card game against the A's. 1-2 count now on Austin Jackson. The pitch is going to be ripped into left field in front of Mike O'Neill. And the Tigers have got themselves a leadoff base runner in Austin Jackson. He is definitely one to look out for, as he is known to swipe bases, and he swipes bases well. 0-1 count now on Miggy. Teheran getting set. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be lined down the third base line. Todd Frazier fields it, fires the second, fires the first, and they get the slow Miggy at first. And they end the inning on the 5-4-3 double play from Frazier to Altuve to Morales. And we are still knotted up at the end of the first. We will be right back here on Houston Astros Network. Welcome back to Houston Astros Network. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Still knotted up at 0. Verlander on the mound. The kick and the pitch to Ortega is going to be lined up the middle, past the diving glove of Ian Kinsler. And Rafael Ortega is on base once again for the Astros, but this time he gets on using his own bat and not the weak catching skills of Wilson Ramos. 2 outs, 0-0 count now on Altuve. Ortega takes off for second, and he's going to slide in way before the throw, taking advantage of the slow windup from Verlander and the weak arm of Wilson Ramos. And Rafael Ortega can pretty much steal anyone. Count runs to 0-2 on Altuve now. Verlander looking down the runner. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be ripped into the gap in the right center. Ortega's going to round third, head home. He's going to score. And Altuve is going to head into second. He's got himself an RBI double. And the Astros strike first in this one. 1-0 lead for Houston now. 2-2 count here on the big bat of first baseman Kendrys Morales. Verlander looking down Altuve. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be swung through the high fastball. 96 couldn't catch up to that one. And Verlander sends Morales down on strikes. But not before the Astros take a 1-0 lead. We'll be right back here on Houston Astros Network. Bottom of the sixth, Julio Teheran still on the mound. 1-2 count here on Alex Avila. The pitch from Teheran is going to be lined into the left field right in front of Mike O'Neill. He's going to field that one, thrown to the cutoff man. And the Tigers have themselves a leadoff base runner in Alex Avila. 0-2 count now on Ian Kinsler. Teheran getting set. Here's the pitch. He's going to rip that one into right field. George Springer's going to field that one. And suddenly the Tigers are in a pretty good position as they have runners on first and second with no outs. That's going to bring up Austin Jackson. 1-0 count on him. 1 out. Here comes the pitch from Teheran. That's going to be lined to the third base line. Todd Frazier fields it, fires the second. He's safe there. Fires the first. Everyone's safe. Bases loaded. 1 out for Jose Iglesias. 1-1 count. The pitch from Teheran is going to be slapped down the right field line. It's going to run barely fair. Springer's going to field that one against the wall. 1 run's going to come around to score. 2 run. 3 runs are going to come around to score. Oh, no! They let the third runner. They get him tagged out at the plate. The throw from the cutoff man Altuve. 2-1 Detroit. 1-2 count now on Miggy. 2 outs in the inning. Here comes the pitch from Teheran. That's going to be lined up the middle. And he's playing deep. And he's not going to be able to get that one in time. As the third run of the inning is going to come across the plate for the Tigers. As they take a 3-1 lead. Off of the bats of Jose Iglesias and Miguel Cabrera. Bo Porter's coming out to the mound now to take the ball away from Julio Teheran. As that will signal the end of the day for him. He pitched 5 1/4 solid innings, but he was not able to come out in the 6th. And now coming in the ballgame will be the left-hander Alex Wood, making his first postseason appearance. Curtis Grannis at the plate now. Wood getting set. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be swung. It's going to be pop up in the foul territory. Morales camps under that one, and he puts away for the 3rd out of the inning. But not before the Tigers strike for 3 and take a 3-1 lead. Here at the end of the 6th inning, we will be right back here on Houston Astros Network. Welcome back to Houston Astros Network. It's top of the 7th. 1-1 count on the big bat of Chris Carter. Here's the kick and the pitch from Verlander. And Carter rips this one in the left center gap. That one's going to get up against the wall. Carter's rounding first. He's hustling into second. Throw into the cutoff man. And Carter's going to slide in for some style points. Little awkward of a slide when you're that big of a man. But nonetheless, he gets the job done. 1 out now. In the inning, Todd Frazier at the plate, the Todd father. Here comes the pitch from Verlander. That's going to be ripped into left field. Lands for a base hit. And Carter's going to hold up at third. As we've got runners on the corners now for the Astros. And Verlander has got himself in a bit of a jam. And Brad Ausmus realizes that. And he's going to signal that he wants the right-hander out of the bullpen. As that's going to signal the end of the day for Justin Verlander. As he takes the ball from him. And he's going to tip his cap as he gets a standing ovation from the Detroit Tigers faithful. As he pitched a very solid ball game coming out of this one. Set up for the win as Joel Hanrahan comes in the ball game. The 33-year-old veteran, the fireballer, coming in to keep the door shut. Trying to get out of this jam. 1 out, 0-1 count here on Mike O'Neill. Hanrahan getting set. Here's the kick. And the pitch, and Mike O'Neill rips this one into right field. It's going to get past the glove of Ian Kinsler. Chris Carter's going to come around to score. Now we've got 1 out, runners on first and second, and it's a 3-2 ball game. The Astros slowly ticking away at that lead. Top of the 7th, still Mike Zunino at the plate. Hanrahan getting set. Here comes the pitch, and Zunino rips this one to the left field line past the glove of Kelly Johnson. One run's going to come around to score. And they tie the ball game at 3 as Todd Frazier slides into home plate. And the Astros tie this ball game up off of the double from Mike Zunino. 1-2 count now on Rafael Ortega. Here comes the pitch from Hanrahan, and it's going to be popped up to Kelly Johnson as he catches that one. He puts it away for the 3rd out of the inning. But not before the Astros knot this one up at 3. We are not up at 3 runs and 6 hits for both teams. We'll be right back here on Houston Astros Network. Welcome back to Houston Astros Network. Alex Wood still on the mound in the bottom of the 7th. The kick and the pitch, and that's going to be ripped into right field. That one's going to carry out of here. Yes, it is. Home run for Nelson Cruz. He's going to touch them all. And he takes the lead 4-3 for the Tigers now, as Alex Wood is not able to maintain the tie, and the Astros going to call to the bullpen as they bring out the right-hander Jason Stoffel, the 26-year-old middle reliever, as he gets the nod here with 2 outs. 1-2 count, runner on second to Kelly Johnson. Here comes the pitch. That's line up the middle. Ortega's going to field this one. He has a chance to play at the plate. The throw is offline. And Zunino can't come up with it as the runner comes around to score, and the Astros take a 5-3 lead as Avila comes around to score off the bat of Kelly Johnson. Full count here on Austin Jackson. The pitch from Stoffel is going to be taken for a ball just outside the zone. And Stoffel now has 2 men on the base, and they're going to bring in Eddie Butler out of the bullpen. The young 24-year-old Jinja Ninja, Eddie Butler. He gets the nod here to try to stop the bleeding any way he can. 1-2 count here on Iglesias. The kick and the pitch from Butler is swung on and ripped into right field. Springer fields it. He's going to fire home, but the throw is not going to be in time as it is now 6-3 Tigers. Runners on the corners with 2 outs now, as Jose Iglesias has just been destroying Astros pitching in Game 1. Miguel Cabrera at the plate now. The kick and the pitch from Butler is going to be ripped into left field. Mike O'Neill's going to field that one, and it is now 7-3 Tigers off the bat of Miguel Cabrera. It's getting a little bit out of hand now for the Astros as they're just looking to somehow get out of this disastrous 7th inning. Butler still on the mound. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be grounded to Altuve. Takes the short way to second as he steps on the base himself. And they finally get out of this disastrous 7th inning, where they not only bled, but they bled a whole lot. We will be right back on Houston Astros Network. Welcome back to Houston Astros Network. Coming into the ball game now to the bullpen for the Tigers will be the right-hander, the 26-year-old Eduardo Sanchez. Top of the 8th, 0-1 count on Jose Altuve leading things off. The kick and the pitch from Sanchez, and that's going to be ripped into the gap for Altuve. That one's going to get up against the wall as Austin Jackson can't get it on the dive. Altuve's going to round second, head for third, try to stretch this one, and he slides in for 3. Jose Altuve has himself a leadoff triple. And if the Astros have any chance of coming back in this one, and that is exactly what they needed. 1-2 count now on Kendrys Morales. Here comes the pitch from Sanchez. That's grounded to the shortstop Iglesias. He's going to fire over to first. And the run's going to come across, and it's now a 7-4 lead still for the Tigers. 2 outs in the inning now, and the young George Springer's at the plate. The kick and the pitch from Sanchez. That's going to be grounded to Iglesias once again. Fired over to first. And that's going to be the end of the top of the 8th inning. The Astros are able to strike for 1, but it is still a 7-4 Tigers lead. We'll be right back here on Houston Astros Network. Welcome back to the Houston Astros Network, and coming into pitch now for the Astros is the right-hander, the young fireballer Mike Foltynewicz, who has only pitched in 1 inning and has a 27 ERA this postseason. Not solid at all. Runner on first, 1 out. The runner's taken off, and that's going to be hit into the gap. They aren't going to be able to get to that one. The runner's going to come around to score all the way from first. Mike O'Neill finally fields it, and that's going to be an RBI double for the Tigers as they now take an 8-4 lead off the bat of Mike Avila. 2 outs, 0-1 count now on Kelly Johnson. The pitch from Foltynewicz is going to be lined over the head of Villar. And Mike O'Neill's going to field that one. Avila's going to come around to score. It is now 9-4 Tigers. And they have just blown this one wide open. The Astros are just trying any way they can to end this ball game. Springer's going to come in and field this one, and he catches it. And he puts that one away for the final out of the inning. But not before the Tigers strike for one. It's now a 9-4 lead for them. We will be right back here on Houston Astros Network. Welcome back to Houston Astros Network. We are at the top of the ninth. Mike Shinuni at the plate. Here comes the pitch, and he swings through the slurve. And that is how the cookie crumbles in this one. The Detroit Tigers coming out to win 9-4 as they take Game 1 of the American League Division Series. This is only Game 1, so this series is far from over, but the Tigers have got to be happy with the way they played, and the Astros have either got to have a fire in their belly to come out next game and show what they really are made of, or they could take the other option and they could just have lost all their fire after getting absolutely spanked by the Tigers in this one. And with that being said, that'll wrap things up for Game 1 of the American League Division Series here at Commercial Park in Detroit. Don't forget to take a look at the box score on your way out, and also, don't forget to tune in next time here for Game 2 of the ALDS, also here at Commercial.